What is up, everybody? What's going on? Zach right now is currently sitting this one out. Yeah, I don't know if he still has no power, but we'll carry on without our wayward son. There'll be peace when yeah when we get done. All right. What's up, One Slick Dude? What's up to Maranya? Hello, hello. What's up to Henry Jermick? Right. Alrighty then. Have a little conversation. If those of you who've checked out Landman and watched all 10 episodes already, and you want to see an awesome review with Eric, Breen, I, and Rob, go check that out on Extreme Movie Show. We had fun with it. You get to hear about 3 seconds of everyone else, and then I take over. But anyway, One Slick Dude. Oh, now, wow, he just doxed his age. I didn't know how that's One Slick Dude is. Well, I guess he did say he's what you're on your age before.
Yeah.
All right. 6 years old. Ooh. Walking up with a dime and like, give me your best comic book, sir. Anyway, Eric, do you have 5 books? I know we talked about this yesterday. You think you only have 4?
I have 4.
5 would be the Vampiress Camilla, which we will
and
talk
one
about.
of them is a book that's late, but I'm going to count it as this week because it was in this week's solicitations.
You know what, though? I hear you. I have another book that's supposed to be popping up, and then they normally be in my top 5 pull list, but it's not because I don't trust it being there. All right. Gonna start. Share my screen here. I'll get this going. And all right. Get my list out here. Alrighty then. I'll let you go first, sir.
Well, you should because you have a number 5.
All right, my number 5 this week is actually a book that has been pushed back a couple times, and I'm hoping it comes out. Let me scroll down a little bit to it. And keep going. There it is. DuckTales number 3, which has actually been a really fun book for me. Dynamite's been knocking out of the park with some of their Disney stuff coming out. This is basically designed just like the 80s cartoon, early 90s. And it's basically just with, basically Scrooge telling his stories. And it's a great format. The boys will ask questions, or Scrooge, or they're working somewhere doing something, and then Scrooge is like, oh, boys, let me tell you this story. So it's like, it's story time with Uncle Scrooge, baby. So here, as far as long as Scrooge McDuck has been a successful tycoon, he's had to deal with swindlers, burglars, and every kind of chiseler, or chisler, or shyster, whatever you prefer, who wants to get their hands on his hard-earned fortune. And leading the pack of scheming miscreants that hound his every step are the infamous Beagle Boys, most of whom are now cooling their heels in Duckburg's jail. As he leads his nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, into the city.
City!
Uncle Scrooge tells them about an early encounter he had with the boys, criminal matriarch Ma Beagle, and how that is handled directly to their new mission, infiltrating the prison that the gang now calls home. The convicted creative team of writer Brandon Montclair and artist Tommaso Ronda set the scene for a new great escape with DuckTales number 3, with file-filled cakes baked by cover artist Ivan Bigarella, Francesco Tomaselli, Carlo Laro, and Alan Qua. I mean, I've been liking this. This has been fun. So if you're a fan of like the original art style and just want to read a cool story, these are cool. This is, like I said, this is really set like in like the kind of 80s cartoon verse they're doing. I think Gemstone was doing at the time for the books, but I love it. Here's the main cover. So, yep, just been having fun with this, man. Like this is a book you can have. If you have children, you can let them read it, and you don't have to worry about anything. There's nothing put in there. There's no message at all. It's basically no different than if you were watching cartoons back in the 80s. Alrighty, sir. That is my number 5 this week. We'll go to your number 4.
Batman Full Moon.
Batman Full Moon. I thought you were dropping that title. Did I pass it up? Oh, these are there. I know we've had some conversations about this book. The art in general. Constantine being a little different.
I mean, it's not great, but it's definitely not. It's not worth giving up.
No. How far will Batman go to lift the curse? With the clock ticking down to 0, Batman travels deep into the Welsh Highlands to undo the curse of the werewolf. But what awaits him will challenge his most deeply held convictions. To lift the curse, he'll have to choose: sacrifice his own life or take another. I think the main cover is a glow-in-the-dark cover. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's $6. So then for the main book, it's a black label. And then we have the Francavilla, which I always like these. The guy who did the Jughead series, Archie.
He's done art for them before.
Yeah, but I mean, his art like this reminds me of when the Jughead was a werewolf. I forgot what it's called, but
The Hunger.
Yeah, The Hunger. I like it. It's really cool. I mean, the glow in the dark. I like the fact that they're bringing back the glow in the darks. I know it's cheesy. It's a gimmick they've tried before. I just wish the main cover was a little better looking. I don't like this version of Batman with the fat head. I mean, it's kind of reminds me of the Val Kilmer kind of costume a little bit. But we got all the derpy bats on there. We got the werewolves. So, yeah, I'm liking this. It's a good book. My number 4, unless you got something to say about it.
No.
Okay. My number 4 is a series I've been stuck through 3 reboots, or I should 3 name changes. That is Moon Knight, Fist of the Khonshu, number 6. A wrathful god, Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, has failed. With blood on his hands and a fractured team, Mark faces a sort of confessional with his god Khonshu, who's known less for his forgiveness and more for his fists. Yeah. I'm not liking what they're implying here with this cover here, with this the other Moon Knight, the right hand of Fist of Khonshu. And that's supposed to be, and for those who know, Tigra is actually like his Moon Knight's girlfriend. Has been, and they kind of gradually have gotten together throughout the run so far with Jen McKay. So I'm not sure what they're trying to imply there, unless it's supposed to be Moon on the cover, because it's weird because he looks like the other guy, because he usually has the black mask. Mark was always at the white. But yeah, of course you got to have the Peach Momoko variant. Who the hell is buying Peach Momoko? Like, I don't understand this. The craze behind her books. Her art is horrendous. And then we have the Marvel Rivals variants, apparently. To me, that looks better than way better than Peach Momoko. It's more stylized, but And then we have the Dead Moon Knight. It's kind of weird. Yeah, as I said, I've actually been liking this series. It's been one of the very few at Marvel that I'm still reading. I think the only other book I'm pulling from Marvel right now is Ultimate Spider-Man.
From what I understand, Kamala Khan is actually Khonshu.
Kamal Khonshu.
Hey.
Hey. Khonshu. I don't know. Like I said, like Mark came back from the dead. In previous issues, he had to deal with this new gangster who came in. Basically was pushing this new drug called glitter. It's you do not get off. There's no cure for whatsoever. You die. And even if you keep taking the fix, you die. And he sets up put a fight against this guy. Only for them the midnight mission, which was basically a haunted. Is it House of Secrets the one that's haunted? The one that's alive stuff, or is that the House of
House of Mystery?
House of Mystery. So basically, the Midnight Mission was basically the House of Mystery version for Marvel, or Marvel's version of that. With that seemingly been the spirit that was haunting it basically is now dead or gone or whatever. Their team was taken down by the cops, pretty much for the most. Well, they went to fleeing underground. Mark started basically getting more and more violent, and he took out an army of vermin in the sewers. Who confronted him? Vermin being the Spider-Man character villain. He's appeared in some other stuff too, probably as well. But so they had no idea that Mark even left. Mark decided to basically confront this guy in charge of it. They have a boxing match. The winner gets to stay in that part of the town, and then the loser has to leave. Mark doesn't realize towards too late when he's in there that the guy he's fighting against, the gangster, has superhuman abilities. And meanwhile, is that they said like the rest of them noticed that they went to go check on Mark. They find all the dead vermin, and so it's curious to see what's going to happen with this. All I know is that Khonshu's still pissed off for what the Avengers did, locking him away in the Asgardian prison, which I think is stupid. But I don't know how it would even hold him. He's a freaking Egyptian god. Anyway, so been liking the series. I just hope they don't change the name again.
By the way, I already stole that and posted it on Twitter.
What's that?
Kamala Khonshu.
Oh, go ahead.
Because we've been going back and forth. Doc and I have been going back and forth. Because he's talking about they're putting her in all the old X-Men stories.
Yes. I saw that the Dark Phoenix side, he's out.
Yeah, I said I go maybe Kamala Khan was who the Green Goblin actually threw off the George Washington Bridge.
Kamala Stacy, yeah.
And so I said next she will appear in Moon Knight in Moon Knight Fist of Kamala Khan. She says.
Yeah.
I should have told you could stay where you were because my number 3 is right next to your number, whatever it was at JSA.
Yeah. All right, cool. And ironically, that's also my number 3. Fun book. Got any words to say about it?
No, I said I'm kind of curious. I said, will they? They found the real obsidian and I just read the caption. I'm lazy.
Well, here's the thing. We'll put there's 2 ongoing actual DC team books with the Traitor.
Yeah,
isn't that funny?
Yeah, the difference. I don't think. I think Airwave's just either been brainwashed or because I don't think that's a fake one.
I think it's the real one. I think he's just been misled. If he does this, they'll bring his parents back.
As opposed to this one where we've found the real one.
Where just like Unlimited, where it's that's Airwave. Is another one. He's basically been messed up with this. JSA cornered by Cobra. The JSA have a lead on Cobra. Sorry, J-Joe habit. Facility preparing for their next terrorist attack. But which faction of the team will make it to the facility first? And what will it mean for the future of the world's first super team? So, I guess there are some other colors. Oh, look, it's the Sweeney Boo. Whenever I hear the name Sweeney Boo, for some reason I go to Honey Boo Boo every single time. But, kind of cartoonish art. I guess that's supposed to be Jesse Quick in the background. Or a very feminine Bart.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not Bart because it has boobs in the jacket. I don't know. Because I think Jesse Quick's in this, or Liberty Bell, or AK. Then we have, of course, this other cover here too with Solomon Grundy on there. Man, Solomon, you know what Solomon Grundy reminds you of? If you're watching the new season of Reacher, it's like Mike the Uncle Hall on steroids. That little hairstyle. And then the incentive cover, the Edwin Gallman 125 variant. I don't remember who this character is.
I don't either.
I don't know if they list it. I don't know if they list who she is in the back. I don't know. They don't know. I mean, there's Red Lantern, but that doesn't look like her. Huh. Maybe it's a new character. But must be. Anyway, yeah. I'm looking forward to this too. It's my number 3. Sure, let's go to your number 2.
Hyde Street.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably, yeah, there it is. Hyde Street's at your number 2. I guess. Oh, now I know what your number 1 is.
Yeah. It's especially today. It's getting a lot of attention.
Oh, it is getting a lot of attention.
Yes.
But Frankenstein, or at least what we're led to believe, is some kind of monster. Warning. And I guess is this maybe the origin story or the creature we saw last issue, the Christmas one.
Could be.
The hit horror series continues. Witness, if you will, the demise of a good man in a town without pity. A caring man with aspirations, whatever you want to call it. I like aspirations. Aspiring to be known among his peers as one of Hollywood's finest actors, only to see these colleagues snicker at him when he's typecast as a famous film monster made of human patchwork parts. But as we'll see, life imitates art in Tinseltown, down a boulevard called Hyde Street. So,
yeah, it's a very enjoyable series.
Okay. Jeez, man. So yeah, that's cool. If I get the origin story about this character and what's his role gonna be in the whole entire thing. We do know they have to get like so many like points or something like that in order to escape the Hyde Street or somebody. And so I'm curious to see like what the bigger picture is of this book, because so far we've been given like breadcrumbs, and it does remind me of the EC horror stories. It's like and just in general, Tales of the Crypt or whatever you call it, where like bad people get punished. So definitely one of the better series coming out from. I don't want to say better, but I mean, when it comes to like as far as Ghost Machine, I like Redcoat the best. Hyde Street's right in second place for me. Geiger's kind of got moved down to 4th because I love Rook more than I love Geiger. But Junkyard Joe, when it comes back, will probably push its way back up into the rankings. Because Junkyard Joe is just awesome. I'd say that might be even tied for first with Redcoat. And then we have Huck is going to be coming back through Mark Milford Miller World. There's a lot of good books coming out this year. And surprisingly, well, not really. They're all from the indie books.
Yeah.
They're not from the big 2. As those who probably watched Wes's video today talking about everything that's going on with the Absolute universe over at DC Comics, they're talking about doing a team book. Maybe that's not like the best idea right now if they're thriving by themselves. Yeah. And do we really? How long before we get TDS Scott Snyder?
I don't know. Did he have TDS the first time around?
He did. Wes was talking about it, and I remember that too. So hopefully that's not the case.
Oh, it's if he did it before,
yeah, I know
he'll do it again because they're going to throw a 4-year temper tantrum.
But honestly, from what I've been hearing, a lot of people do not care for the Wonder Woman. They care more for the Batman. Superman is like in second place, or sometimes it switches. All depends what issue you're talking about. Jay, who was in the chat earlier, could tell you more about that. He's a big fan of the Absolute Superman and the Absolute Batman. But I gotta give credit to Wes about this. He's like, if Scott Snyder goes woke, can you imagine what happens if like we get Elon Musk Joker? Honestly, I kind of like it's a stupid idea, but I love it though, because like it's like you're gonna make Elon Musk Joker. That's how triggered you are, and like you're not gonna make anybody hate the character. If anything, we're gonna love the character. We're just not gonna like Batman. Oh, alrighty. Anybody pop in here? We got Undead Quinn popped in here too. Cool. He has no books this week. Sometimes I envy you. If you have no books this week, what are you reading instead? Are you reading more back issues, or are you taking a break from comic books? What else we got here? Never Like Peach from Uncle's Art says One Sick Dude. Summoner, hey, thanks for the show. Dude, thanks for showing up. I got three challenges. Challenge of the Unknown. So much talking and so little action. So few panels per page. Oh, I honestly, Challenges of the Unknown, I would go back to the original before I read the new stuff. Wrath of the Kamal Khan. Feel the wrath. Dr. Fate has weird pajamas. Honey Boo Boo, yes, MKF. They're just talking. Yeah. Monster in a shipping crate, like Abbott Costello meets Frankenstein. Wasn't there talk of a Marvel DC crossover? There is, but at this point, I think it's too late because Marvel really has no good writers except for Jonathan Hickman. Jed McKay has been okay, but he's not the best. Not what they used to have. DC has Mark Waid and Josh Williams and Jeremy Adams, but like I don't know if they'll put Jeremy Adams on a crossover event with that. And look how they dragged their feet and how problems they had making the first one. Honestly, if they do this, they really need to put the best writers on there, and they have to get rid of the agendic bullshit. It has to sell. Otherwise, it's going to be an ultimate huge mess and a failure. My worry is that if they do this, the only thing that's going to be good on it will be the covers, the variants. And that's what people will buy it for, is the variants. But even Wes was talking about this, like it's getting to the point where Marvel is going to have to start cleaning house, or at least start focusing on the variants, start putting stories into it. Because unlike Marvel, DC's actually putting stories into some of their books that are readable. Marvel, not so much. So, I don't know, man. That's my thoughts on it. What do you think, Breen? Company crossover?
I'm sorry, I just saw something. If Iron Man were black, who would you get to play Tony Stark? And the answer was Robert Downey Jr. and showed a picture of him from Tropic Thunder.
What are your thoughts on the crossover? Their Marvel DC they're talking about. I'm not sure if it was Algam again, or if it was something else.
I don't trust them. There's not enough talent at Marvel to hold up their end of a crossover, and what little talent at DC, unless they bring in Robert Venditti, who doesn't seem to be doing shit right now. But it more likely will be just Dia Axelrod and Charlie Jane Anders.
Jody Hauser.
Yeah. So no, I don't.
Yeah.
I have no interest.
And the price is going to be really ugly.
I guess that makes me a birthday party clown, but I don't care.
I'm a clown, but it's not my birthday yet. All right, but okay. So any comments on Hyde Street? The more so what I talked about?
Nah.
you have a favorite issue of Hyde Street so far? Like,
No, I've pretty much enjoyed them all equally.
okay. I was gonna say I kind of like the horror one a little bit more. The last one, Christmas one. It's because I love like stuff like that, like Santa Claus, where it's like, oh, cute and cuddly, and like Santa Claus is a great, jolly character. This Santa was basically robbing people, and like it's just like, oh, and I love it because we get to see more so the vast differences between Little Peabody and Mr. X. I think there's even a panel where Mr. X loses his glasses because he kicks Mr. X off the Santa sleigh. But yeah, I hope that, like I said, I feel like Hyde Street is getting better with each issue, as books should be. Alrighty then. All right, so we'll go to mine number 2, because I already know what yours is going to be, but I know mine's to be different because I don't think you'll read this in a million years unless you read it on the channel. See how the other books I was talking about are coming out? Thundercats is coming this week, and all of a sudden Terminator's. I'm like, Terminator's supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if that's even going to show up. But for me, I am looking forward to Teen Titans Go #1. I've just been having fun with what we've been reading on the channel here on Monday nights, and it's the same people. They didn't get new people in here. It doesn't look like it's gonna be anything different what we've been reading. It's $2.99 for 32 pages. That's a good deal. I was afraid it was gonna be like a digest size, and then they charge you like $15 for like maybe like 40 pages or something like that, or 50 pages. But Teen Titans get artistic. Say it ain't so. The Titans comic book canceled. Desperate for a relaunch. The Titans remake themselves as everything from transforming robots to artsy black and white indie comic characters. But when DC still doesn't bite, the Titans turn to more drastic measures like sabotage. Yeah, the only cover is a blank variant cover, which is safe for Zach. But if you've not been checking out what we do on Monday nights, it is just fun. We have the girls come on with Beast Boy. They read as a Beast Boy. Amy's Beast Boy and Starfire. Melissa's Raven. Eric still believes that it's just Amy doing everything, or it's just Melissa. There is only one sister.
Yep.
Eric obviously is Cyborg, and I'm Robin. But it's been a fun series, and honestly, I'm willing to check this out for $2.99. It does not say it's gonna be a limited series. I hope it goes on as long as the other one. Because honestly, I'm having more fun with the DC animated universe than I have with majority of some of the DC books that have come out in 30 years. Not to say there are a lot of bad ones. It's just that it's nice to get away from retcons. Because it felt like you read something, someone takes over, they retcon that, or they ignore this, do this. Charlie Fish has been writing everything and for this universe, and it's kind of like the reason why we read manga. It's the same story, nothing changes. There's callbacks to early issues. You're not getting retcon after retcon because somebody comes in and decides to change something. There's no virtue signals, none of that crap. This is actually another book I'd recommend for children. So, but I've talked too much about this. Let's go to your #1, sir.
And you know where we're going.
Yes. There's a ghost of a chance that I don't. Do you remember what the guy's name is? Actually, the actor died.
No, I don't.
Is it George, something like that, or Greg?
Somebody in the chat. I wouldn't know if you said it.
No, yeah. The voice actor for Space Ghost.
It'll always be Gary Owen to me.
Yeah. In the actual 90s Cartoon Network cartoon.
Yeah.
Died. I don't know if he was in the earlier ones before that.
Well, no, because he would have been a kid.
Yeah.
Gary Owen was the original voice.
Yeah. I think his name's George something. But anyway, Yeah, he died today. Great guy. Good guy. Would always show up at the conventions dressed up as Space Ghost and would keep this. He would not break persona. I loved it. I was like, how many people do that who just love their character, what they do, and are willing to do that? You know, he had the cowl on, he had everything. It looks so cool. Like, I kept thinking, like, why did they never do a Space Ghost, like, TV series or even a movie? Would be cool. But Space Ghost doesn't kill. In this issue, a dark and shocking figure from the future emerges, presenting a new yet disturbingly familiar threat to the team. Together, they must stand fast against the tide of evil that is about to be unleashed, or doom. Else doom will sweep across the entire galaxy, like it's done in Marvel. Written by award-winning scribe David Pepose. Pepose. And illustrated by superstar Jonathan Lau. Space Ghost number 10 boosts the series into an even higher orbit, fueled by combustible covers from Francisco Martina, Jay Lee, who should not be on any cover, and June Chung, Bjorn Berens, and Anthony Marquez. So it kind of looks like Jay Lee's got help with June Chung, so maybe someone's going to help him with his art. Seems a bobbling aspect. There's the Jay Lee variant, which honestly, I think he's following his calling card, drawing Space Ghost. This does not look bad at all. This looks good. And it looks like we might getting a Space Ghost from a future?
Maybe.
Who's gone bad because he's, I don't know. We'll find out. Or that's the Jay Lee cover variant. And we got the Bjorn Berens variant. He's got huge pecs. Space pecs.
That's the one I'll be getting if it's there.
Yeah, I love this. This is so cool. Like, why? Like, Space Ghost, if there's not a crossover with Scooby-Doo, I'll be shocked. That's a cool.
Well, I kind of hope there isn't right now, because this isn't the talk show Space Ghost. This is a more serious character.
No, I meant for, like, back in the day, the ones they were already done.
Oh, there wasn't, because there weren't many. There was one issue and then some stories in another Geeky comic. That guy.
This isn't Hanna-Barbera. Who owns this?
I think it might have been Hannah
Montana.
Barbera.
Yeah.
Originally.
Because honestly, if they did the cartoon version, I could see them doing with the Scooby-Doo, like they did with Dino Mutt and Blue Falcon. You know? Yeah, there's another Space Tentacles. That's never good. Space Squids. But black and white Jay Lee's. Black and white. Dude, even the black and white looks cool. I like the color and the black and white. That's really cool. But anyway, you've been reading this. Tell us what we're missing if we're not reading it.
It's just a great story with Space Ghost adopts these orphans, Jan and Jace.
Mm-hmm.
They're Monkey Blip, and they are all very capable in their own way, and they're humanizing Space Ghost. They're using the villains of the original series, like Zolak. And it's just very well done. It's a well done, but you don't have to be a Space Ghost fan. It's just a very good comic book.
I mean, it's true. You said you haven't really watched the cartoon back in the day, the original one. You know.
No.
You're going into this. Yeah.
No, I've watched some of the '60s ones, but the Cartoon Network, talk show hosting, I have no interest in that.
No, but I mean, like, you're going into this with really not much knowledge about Space Ghost when you started the series, right? Correct? You kind of knew who he was, but you didn't know his backstory.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Which is good for a book. It tells a lot about this series. If someone who's never really known or invested time into this character can jump into a first issue and just have fun, that's good. This is through is this Mad Cave? What is this?
Dynamite.
Dynamite. And Dynamite's actually had some good stuff. So here's something. I don't know if you probably don't know about this, but Space Ghost is going to be a Johnny Quest Space Ghost.
Yes, that one I'm looking forward to.
I'm guessing this is more shenanigans with Johnny Quest time jumping.
Could be.
Yeah, because I get the impression that Space Ghost is a future character, like far-flung future. Kind of like Jetsons, almost in a sense.
I don't know.
Because they don't really show him on Earth, right?
No. Then his name would be Earth Ghost.
Yeah. Like, do they ever mention like a Federation, the Space Federation? He works for. Is he like honestly, guys? I don't know anything about this character.
If they have, I didn't pay attention.
Shiny. He flies around. He shoots energy bolts out of his hands like Starfire, right? Yeah. But yeah. Actually, this was a series. I'll check into it. I'm not sure if they released the first volume yet. It just sounds like this might be a new arc. So 1 through 9 maybe isn't be collected. Alrighty then. Ronnie is saying, as far as the Marvel DC stuff collection goes, crossover, it's gonna be a Pride event.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, if it is, I'm kind of ticked off because Joe hasn't said anything about it. And Marty says that Alex Toth designed it, but it also is a Heart of Barbara promotion. You know what, though? I think they're actually, now that I think about it, there might actually be because when DC did the 2010, I misspoke. They did a DC crossover. It's right on the channel here, and they have the Scooby-Doo mysteries teaming up with, I think there is a Space Ghost towards the end of the series. So, but anyway, that was your number one. Well, we already talked about my number one. That was Hyde Street. But there are some other books coming out this week that I did see. Let me scroll down to the bottom. There was a particular book that I did see coming out, but I was really kind of like, I don't know about the writer and all.
I will look through Herculoids. I didn't watch it as a kid or when it was out or whatever, but
Spidey versus the Lizard. Did I pass it up? Let me look. I don't think I passed it up. Oh, this one? Spectacular Spider-Man? Yeah, there's a reason why I'm not reading that. Yeah, it says Tom Groman and Nick Lowe doing the editing on it stuff. Yeah, it's basically Miles and Peter teaming up. And it's called Spider-Man. And just, the first issue didn't really do much for me. Teamed up, dig deep, Pete, Miles, Billy Connor's life depends on you. So basically, it looks like Billy Connors may have become the Lizard. They list it. Yeah, Lizard Boy, Billy Connors, and Electro, and female Electro, and Kirk Connors. So, yeah. And then alternate cover is Carmen Canero, who actually is a really good artist. I like her art. All right, so that's that. But well, yeah, this is also coming out this week too. Is all we have Brave and the Bold issue 30, which is the second appearance.
Third.
Is the third appearance?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's the first appearance of Amazo, who's running the cover there. Also, Hush is coming out this week, issue 612.
Well, the facsimile.
Facsimile individual issues. Yeah. I think this might be issue 3. In that, was it a 6-part series?
No, it's longer than that. But
is it longer? 12, 10?
It might have been like somewhere between that. Yeah.
But it looks, mind-controlled Superman versus Batman. there it is. Did you see this is coming out? Betty and Veronica and Friends Forever, Once Upon a Time. Holly Golightly. You may take one where like, oh, who is this character as this person? That's Dan Parent's, not Dan Parent's, but Jim Belen's wife. Doing a new story on this. Mother Stigma invites Betty and Veronica into her enchanted cottage to become her apprentices. The duo discover an ancient grimoire filled with tantalizing spells that promise to fulfill their deepest desires. But when a little potion brewing goes awry, hilarity ensues as unexpected transformations unfold.
If we get it, I'll look.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said I was very disappointed in the Valentine's issue.
Did she write it?
No, I don't know who wrote it, but it's
okay. So, Aaron Lepresti variant. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's very cool. I didn't realize that they even let him do covers again.
This is that, yeah. Cover B.
Huh.
Yeah. I doubt my series will have that. Retailer exclusive is Steeding Comics. I love that. But that's going to be like online probably. Steeding Comics exclusive.
That's pretty cool. That's
250. Yeah. If I could find that, it's probably going to be like $30.
Yeah, but I don't like it that much.
Exactly.
Well, do you mind if we go to the trades? Because I've got visions of being able to squeeze dinner in between streams and dancing in my head now.
Well, don't worry. You'll be able to do that real quickly because there isn't that much for trades this week. We have 3 different versions of Tinians, or at least covers. We got Dark Prisons, trade paperback for Batman, which is $20. Then we have James Tynion or Tinian, whatever, heard it both ways. On this volume 1, different versions of hardcover of his stuff is run. Then Red Coat Volume 1 comes out. For those who have never be able to pick up Red Coat, you missed a variant, or not a variant, but a vicious issue. Pick this up. It's $15 freaking. So that's I believe it's gonna be a soft cover book. It is worth it. I know a lot of you guys are out of the whole entire comic stuff. Henry, I check out Red Coat. It's really cool. Jeff Johns writing it. Brian Hitch art. It's been a fun series. We got Plastic Man, the origin of Plastic Man by Jack Cole for $40. Invincible in volume 8, new edition for $15. This might be the manga size one. And then we have Fish Flies, which I believe Undead Quinn was praising this book. It was coming out. Astonishing X-Men, Modern Collection. Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb, their Daredevil is being released again. Probably in time for the series or just the Cole. I mean, I imagine so. That's coming out this week. We got Mark Russell. I mean, if it was anybody but Mark Russell, I'd check it out because Mike Albrigh's not my favorite artist, but it kind of looks like Planetary in a sense the way he draws it. Superman's got the whole world in his hand. There you go. The Thor No More Wolfman is on there. It looks like you got Sal Buscema, I think. Let me look at this real quickly. And load. Marv Wolfman, Keith Pollard, Sal Buscema, and John Byrne. Collecting 182 through 214 and annuals 12 and 13 for $50. 520 pages.
It's a good run. It's got the penultimate Reed Richards versus Doctor Doom, where Reed finally defeats him solo.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the Nova series that had ended. They continue the story in Fantastic Four, where the Skrulls use an aging ray on Reed, Sue, and Ben. And Johnny basically has to, it's a race against time to save him. It's a very good story. And John Byrne does the art on several of the issues. He wasn't writing yet.
So Johnny Storm was actually Useful?
Yes.
Wow. I don't believe it. I like Brandon Hitch's art. He is good. Yeah. Like I said, Henry, Bree and I both love Red Coat, so it's $15. You know, and while you're there at the comic shop, it gives you an excuse to hunt down back issues. That's always good. So even if they don't have it, you're in the comic shop, man. If you got dollar bins, go check them out. You might find some cool books. About the buy Plastic Man, do you guys think it's worth it? Well, I can check out the Plastic Man real quickly. I mean, I never been too crazy about him. I've also never really read a lot of stuff. I think he has the weird sidekick, doesn't he?
Woozy Winks.
Yeah, Woozy Winks. This is the golden
Not to be
age.
confused with Doiby Dickles.
Yeah. Toby Dickles with Alan Scott, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, not like with, guys. This collects original long out of print Plastic Man stories published between August 1941 and July 1944, and in Police Comics 1 through 36, and Plastic Man 1 through 2. I would definitely say this is worth it. If you're getting into Plastic Man, this is the golden age. This is the place to start. Check it out. I mean, the cover looks cool. If you don't like it by the cover, if that's doesn't sell you, then I would say don't spend your money on it, because I'm intrigued by the cover. This looks cool. And the fact you get 1 through 36 of Police Comics, that's cool.
Yeah, he was a feature, and that's usually probably 6 or 8 page stories.
Yeah. These collections are always too expensive, to be honest. $50 and for not even 1/7 of the story. Honestly, I look at it like this. It's $40 here. Go to In-Stock Trades, and you save 42% off the price here. So if you're spending the $40, I can see they add up real fast. In-Stock Trades, you get free shipping. I said check these books out. They're there, and I said they're this here, because it's Golden Age. To me, is worth the money. That is worth $40. Very, very few books I feel that way are actually worth the $40. But I'll say this: if you can, though, check out In-Stock Trades, and you'll find the price on here. It's probably way cheaper. It's probably 20 something. If anything. Alrighty then. All right. So we talked about that, and we'll go through quickly. Legion of Superheroes, the greatest saga, Darkness Saga, the Great Darkness Saga, which I think is an older one, right? This isn't the Bendis.
No, oh God, no. This was in the 80s.
Right.
Paul Levinson, Keith Giffen.
Oh, cool. Right before the 90s, right? Is this post-crisis?
It's pre-crisis.
Okay. All right. Another source book to Turtles, and then IDW Collection Volume 6, if you're collecting those. Number 6 is out. Batman Ninja Turtles, James Tynion. This is the one we were going to read on the channel, but we went with the other one. I didn't really care for the art. This is also more serious Turtles. So and I think this is the one they based the cartoon off of, the animated movie. So, oh look, Savage Dragon, Ultimate. No thanks. You could say, well, that's before he turned himself into a pedophile. Sorry, I'm out on Eric Larson. I can barely tolerate his Spider-Man stuff, even though he's got the Return to the Sinister Six, which is a good story. I'm just not a fan. And Multiverses, Collision finally collected that. And I don't know what this is. Mystic Hue, I guess. This is a Zatanna, Teenager in Love. I don't know. Yeah. Mark Waid, has before, and Waid and Winerigo, Imaginauts, trade paperback. Little Giants size, Little Marvel. There you go, Maranya. Yeah, Red Sonja, Volume 2. This is Grunbeck, and Giovanni, the good actual Red Sonja. Thunderbolts, and ElfQuest is being released again. They're Dark Horse for $30. Marania will tell you this is great. She'll give you her left arm. That's how much she loves this.
Mm-hmm.
And John Will, or Will answers John Law hardcover for $25 through Titans. That's kind of cool. It's one series I have not checked out. We also got Matt Wagner's Grendel. And Dark Crystal is re-released again, the movie adaptation. And then some Marvel Covers edition, Covers Artist Edition. I'm not sure who it's supposed to be. It kind of looks like it might be Cockrum?
Well, that's a fake cover because Kamala Khan isn't in it.
This must be the last one we looked tonight. I think this might be Cockrum. Or
Gil Kane did the cover with Cockrum inking originally.
Yeah, so this is Arthur Adams, Frank Brunner, Rich Buckler, John Buscema, John Byrne, Dave Cockrum, Gene Colan, Alan Davis, Ron Franz, Michael Golden, Gil Kane, Jack Kirby, Mike Mignola, Frank Miller, Kevin Nolan, George Perez, Mike Plug, Sandy Pluckett, John Romita Sr., John Romita Jr., Craig Russell, Bill Sienkiewicz, Walter Simonson, Barry Windsor Smith, James Starlin, Jim Steranko, Herb Trempe, George Chaska, Bernie Wrightson, Mike Zack, Terry Austin, George Setz, George Klein, Tom Palmer, Frank Giacoya, Joe Rubenstein, Stephen Lehoa, Bill Everett, Paul Neary, Klaus Jansen, Jim Mooney, Dan Adkins, Frank Springer, John Verputten, Alan Weiss, Mike Exposito, Bob Layton, Al Williamson, Dan Green, Johnny Craig, Bob McLeod, and John Beatty. 150 pages for $150 for 140 pages. Oversized, case bound. So honestly, I would look for this on Instark Trades. I'm not actually going to check it out because this is all just cover art. No brainer. But yeah, definitely check this out, guys. I mean, if you're really into art, yeah, this is called Marvel Covers Artist Edition hardcover. It's gonna be $150 at your shop, but if you took on in-stock trades, you get a discount. It may drop it down to like $75 or even $80, and then you get free shipping. So definitely worth it checking out if you love covers, especially the early volume 1 of the best of. Yeah, cool. Alrighty then, we'll end it right there, sir, so you can go get food. All right. Fair Call of Darkness Saga. You find out who Validius really is. It's tragic, really. Yes, he's Luke's father. Did not see that coming. Never was a fan of Eric Larson's art anyway. Not his Spidey stuff either. Sorry. You know what they say? Sorry. If you like Eric Larson, that's your thing. If you don't like Eric Larson, honestly, we all have different opinions. We'll disagree. Like what you like, hate what you hate. You know. They always pick mid covers. Honestly, there's a lot of covers I consider like they're awesome that some people just don't like, you know. So I'd be the worst person to say like choose the best 100 covers out of everything that's the volume 1s. I'm like, I would choose the ones that I like, and they're probably ones that you don't like. You think, oh, there's better ones over there you should have picked. But thanks for your thoughts on Plastic Man. Like I said, Summoner. It looks like a cool book. I've never read it, but I love Golden Age stuff like that, you know, and so check it out. Yeah. All right. Not always Leighton has never done a chump mid cover. True. Anyway, black and white inked versions of those as colors. Marania, that might be a $300 book if they did that, if they included those on there. And if you want that, they might have those in the specific artist ones. Like there's a John Byrne one, I believe, and a John Romita Sr. So, but I know there's a Romita Sr. one. But anyway, yeah, we are gonna end it right here, guys. So Breen can go get his food and eat. But we will be going over and doing a cover ranking tonight, I believe. I didn't see anything scheduled yet. But I believe it's Tuesday night, so why would there not be one? And that's over on I Love Comics, so subscribe there. Subscribe here if you haven't done so. Hit that like button. If you want to help support the channel, you can do it a couple different ways. For those who have money and can spare, we do say go to Ko-Fi with the links going across right there. Drop down until Or if you want to do super chats, that's too as well as welcome. Or say you just want to support the channel and just share out the stream. And just being here and watching us when we're live is really cool. Watching the replays. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Tomb of Dracula Omnibus Volume 1 to be re-released in September. Cool. That's really I don't have that. Cool. And what's up, Glinzer? Heard that DC Comics is going to send comics directly to homes with a 1-year subscription. Direct mail. Have you heard this, Breen?
No.
I mean, I hope they're in Gemini mailers. Otherwise, you got a lot of angry customers when they just curl it up like they used to, just jam it in there. To avoid all that crap, we suggest you get the giant mailboxes that they sell at your store, at your hardware stores. Get the huge ones. And yeah, see you later, guys, and have fun. Thanks for watching.
Good night, kids.
Stay safe. Watch out for donkeys.